Good morning. Welcome to the second episode of my playthrough, Huffy, of the Forgotten City. So, in the last episode, we just found out about the Golden Rule, where if someone commits a sin, everyone dies, no matter the transgression. We were tasked with figuring out who is about to commit the sin. So, our next objective was here at the Shrine of Apollo, and we're supposed to find out what's distressing Lucretia. So with that in mind, let's start. Right. Uh, Barbaric looking medical implements. Can we get a name from... Well, that's Lucretia standing there, but... This guy's gold. It's Apollo. Alright, let's talk to Lucretia then. Hello.
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend.
Oh, she's dead.
Julia. She was a good woman.
I'm sorry about that.
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Darius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friends like that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the Golden Rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the Golden Rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
Snake's cruel black eyes.
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day, or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the Golden Rule will stop me from marching up to that genetricum fututo and scratching his eyes out.
They didn't even translate that. Sure.
Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Thanks, Lucretia. This was Julia. Poor Julia. Yeah, I was wondering, how'd she get poisoned? Alright, I guess we have to talk to this guy. Darius.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it's worth a fortune.
Oh, he sounds and looks like a jerk.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Darius. Terrible shame what happened to Julia, but we just have to carry on, don't we?
Alright, let's get his side of the story.
You mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale. All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave. Fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum.
Wait, so he's a looter?
Close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me.
Acantha.
All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with more valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin. So I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
You chose the girl, right?
Weren't you listening? All my valuables or the girl? I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the tiber. No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Ah, like me.
Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune because this place is a veritable treasure trove.
Okay, this guy's ringing alarm bells.
Gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here. I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking.
Haha, you're one to talk.
Oh yeah, gotta watch out. Old Darius has got your back though. It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
A bow.
Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet.
Man, this guy's gonna get everyone killed.
Thank you, friend. Malleolus. I mean, Cynthia couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us? Certainly. Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
Yeah, how is that reasonable?
That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years? Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it. Hear what?
That must have been the goddess.
Are you sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands.
What happened to her?
The statues were whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this silphium or not? Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget?
I'll be going
Very
now.
well. Another time.
Yeah, we're not gonna steal, but we will tell him that we suspect him, though. Man, in the palace? Cynthia. Yeah, I don't want to break any rules just yet, so let's try figuring out what happened to Cynthia. Leave item. Yeah, I can hear you. Will you talk to me?
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Darius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
Can I run? Oh yeah, I can.
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went
It's
along
locked.
so it
Okay.
wouldn't be an issue.
Let's try heading back here. Let's talk to that gladiator. This is the guy who was accusing him.
Talking about?
Sorry, what?
Don't play dumb. I saw you having a shady little chat with old man Sextus up on his balcony. If he's making a last-ditch effort to pick up votes by talking to a woman, He's even more senile than I thought. Everyone knows women can't vote.
Hmm.
Couldn't stay away, huh, lovely?
Hmm.
Her name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me. Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why. You want to see me fight? Keep running your mouth, fatuous cunners.
Wow.
When Malleolus wins the election, yeah, this place will change. You won't even want to leave. You'll see.
Hmm.
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected. He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see.
Hmm.
'Cause if I tell you, and it gets out, it'll give old man Sextus a chance to interfere in our plans. And we can't have that.
Sounds like these guys don't believe in.
Old man Sextus
thing.
got you already, did he? Well, I'm not talking to people in his faction. Confatuare.
Oh, did I lock myself out of
Ossi
this?
Tulio mio.
Oh, I just locked myself out. Okay.
Citizen? Ah, you've returned. Do you have any news about your investigation?
Yeah, let's explain that situation.
Of course. What is it? Are you sure you've spent enough time investigating to make that call? It seems to me you've barely had enough time to scratch the surface.
Well, I didn't mean to actually accuse them. I was just saying it's worth looking into.
Your investigation. Now, was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Hmm.
Ask then.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so there's
Now, was there something else you wanted to discuss?
nothing new. Okay.
Sextus Centius Imperiosus is my name, though magistrate is the proper way to address me. Before I wound up here, I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome, helping protect civilization from the barbarians. It's a cavalry officer. I had 30 men under my command. This was my uniform. As magistrate, I usually wear a toga, but today I may need to survive long enough to create the portal for you, so it seemed prudent.
Oh wow, it might happen that quick.
My men and I were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting dignitary arriving upriver by barge. Now the port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from streets and alleyways in every direction. They were trying to escape a terrible fire. Unfortunately, the crowd sent my horse into a panic, and I remember it losing its footing by the water's edge. The next thing I knew, I was waking up on a riverbank not far from here in the company of some stranger. I went looking for my horse, and
A stranger?
discovered a lonely temple. You can probably figure out the rest.
Okay, that woman from the beginning now is a little bit sus.
I was elected 7 months ago, uncontested because of my command experience. Since then, there's been growing agitation for another election. They're supposed to be annual, but I agreed to hold it sooner, hoping it would placate my constituents. Unfortunately, it just seems to have emboldened certain elements instead. Very well. Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
Let's try talking to his daughter about the other daughter.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
Cynthia.
Oh, look, you're back. How lucky for me. What is it now? I trust you can see yourself out.
Why wouldn't I have any questions about her sister for her? About Horatius.
What now? What business is that of yours? A lot of people have been looking for her. But it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. What makes you think you can do better?
Sometimes fresh eyes help.
I suppose that's true. Cynthia was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Cynthia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. But none of them will tell me anything. You might fare better though, I suppose. Fine. I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals. I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing all right for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a
That's
message
unfortunate.
to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl. And pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitive tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing.
Oh, all of them
Blacked out
seem to
and
stem
woke up
from
near.
that one fire.
No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose. Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Cynthia's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit. I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Nice. Ooh, this should help. Claudia. Decius. Oh, it's an alphabetical order. Cool. Ooh, some of them have disappeared. The debt bondsman to Malleolus. Yeah, we'll have to try talking to Navia too then. Thanks.
Of course. All right. Please keep an eye out for anything that might lead us to Scintilla.
Let's try talking to that sister one more time.
Oh, look, you're back.
Hope
How
doesn't bode
lucky
well.
for me. What is it now? You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing God who's watching everything we do. But
What?
what kind of an awful, incompetent God would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
Ah, she's prickly because of that.
Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing. That's what I thought. I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving.
I suppose we'll find out sooner or later.
Suppose we will. I
be
trust you
going
can
now.
see yourself out.
Alright, they won't tell me anything. Can't move. Oh, that's probably in reference to why the sister's missing and she cursed the goddess. The goddess can't move, can't do anything. Where am I? Oh, this is where I arrived from, wasn't it? Seek a bow. Note from Navia. I'm locking myself in. Don't try to follow me. Nothing good will come of it. What use would a... Oh. So the goddess is telling me to get a bow for here. So we got arrows here. Alright, let's try to get a bow then. Who's this? A stranger.
Name's Rufus. Better watch your step. Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but family's from Solucia on Tigris, Babylon province.
Oh, wow.
But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the Legion.
He's far from home.
The 6th. The one they call Ironclads. Same way as everyone else. Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious? If we have to. Whatever.
Yeah, this guy is no use. Run. I'm trying to think about where I'll get a bow from. Oh, Darius. I might be able to just buy that thing, actually. What's over here? A rock. Ooh, what's this? Door's locked. And here I thought I would have the keys to the city because of that magistrate. Oh, who's
Salve,
this?
friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Oh, she's nice. She actually, like, greeted me first.
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Great.
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family.
Oh, she's a
But
patrician.
long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose. Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place. Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
Ooh, she's a Christian.
Oh, yes, of course. A slip of the tongue. If you like. I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumours, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate. I hope it works out. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin? You don't think that's a little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent men and women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer. If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's
I guess that's why I'm here.
divine intervention. I wish I shared your faith. Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible. Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Whoa.
Oh, no. No. No.
Oh, it's not letting me move.
Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this
Oh, that might
together,
just trigger the
Orpheus.
golden rule.
Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Orpheus. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
All right, I'll talk to him.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Orpheus,
Let
can
me
we talk?
guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire. I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
No!
Oh, well, that was the wrong thing to say.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb. That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted. Moments after you arrived.
All right, I'm not to remember that choice is not the way.
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine. I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Oof. And we still need a bow. Alright, that's the Great Temple door. Alright, let's try dropping down here. Thank you, goddess. The help is a bit abstract, but help is help. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, can I fall? Okay, this is about where I started, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this is about where I started. Wait, don't steal anything, don't hurt anyone, don't. Well, it wasn't Orpheus. You know what? Let's actually just try taking it. Oh, it's Galerius again.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind? Well, it's a long one and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it.
I have time.
I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents.
Oh, he's actually
and two
British.
little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men.
Ooh.
My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. Sprinted so fast I almost threw up. But by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young, and it was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were.
Oh, man.
What they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still burns whenever I think about it. Yeah.
That's probably why he doesn't like the legionary that's walking
It
around.
wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. Never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place and...
I'm starting to think that stranger was the same one for everyone.
That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sextus the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting, and he'll get his.
Nemesis.
He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away.
Who's Nemesis?
Sometimes. Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
I'll be going now.
All right. See you around.
Wow, I'm just noticing the time kind of sped up. Oh, who's this?
You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's going to break the golden rule.
Ooh, who's this?
Fabia, but now's not the time.
Fabia.
Are you going to help or not? Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
No. Maybe we shouldn't meet in there.
We don't have time for this. I have to go. Ugh.
So is the goddess telling me not to go there?
The shrine is collapsing.
Ooh. Oh, I can kind of move stuff around.
Fabia, no! Oh God, she's dead. Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her.
I saw that.
Fabia, why did you have to go in there? Poor sweet girl.
Are you the guy with the
I
weapon?
can't believe she is dead. Fabia, I mean. She walked into that empty shrine, and the next moment she is lying dead under a pile of rubble. The gods are cruel and unjust. She was like a daughter to me. I'm sorry, friend. It's not right for me to lay my burden upon you. I can't believe she is dead.
Same thing. No introduction, no nothing. Whose eyes? Yeah, that guy didn't introduce him. Alright. Oh, a bow.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
No.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
I swear I wasn't
You are
lying.
not off to a good start. When I ask you a question, I expect an answer. Is that understood?
You're not being reasonable.
I would choose my next words more carefully if I were you. Is that understood? Then you're of no use to me. Do you have any last words? You'd squander your last words on an empty threat. Now it's my turn to tell you something. Once I'm done with you and Quintius, I intend to kill every last one of you wretched degenerates.
Ah.
And I can think of nothing I'd enjoy more.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Ooh.
These innocent people.
Wait. Am I turning into... Is that because I took my gun out? Uh-oh. Ouch. Damn. Where's my last save? Over here.
Help!
Okay.
You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. Real nasty. Fab.
Alright, I guess, like, I have to... I can only save her if I repeat once. Yep, she's dead. Alright. We're going to extend the episode a little bit. It's already about 40 minutes. We should have ended by now, but we're going to repeat that exact same conversation we had with the assassin, except we'll try to make it to the magistrate in time now.
Do you have any last words? You what? Son of...
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Wow. Where's Cynthia, man? Oh, he's running exactly where I guess I started this at. Wow. Oh, he killed himself. Alright, so now I should have a knowledge base for the next time I arrive. Okay, so now we can probably prevent that guy's death. Let's save here. And alright guys, thanks for stopping by. We kind of got a feel for the city. Got to know some of the people. I think that'll help with finding out what's going on here. Sorry if it seemed kind of slow, but that's just the game, I guess. It's very dialogue heavy and we got to figure out what's going on. So yeah, I hope to see you guys next time. Huffy Bear out.